Hello everybody and welcome to the Poke Center Update week number 5, brought to you by our sponsor, Pikachu in a Basket. And we're bringing the award show straight from the LA TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood, California. And I am here with Leaf.
All dressed up to the nines.
We
In
came
our
all
totally real suits.
we came. This is legit. This is the most legit award show you're gonna see all year long. Not the, Oscars. Not any of that stuff. That's all trash. This is the real stuff right here. Now I'm gonna tell everybody, if you do win an award, you must come to this theater to pick it up. If you are not here, you will lose out on it. So, of course, because of COVID concerns, there is no crowd behind us. Well, Leaf is doing this remote as well. I'm the only one who's here. I flew out here especially for this. Bought a nice suit. Apparently, we all match suits. I don't know how that ended up happening. Even Pikachu in a Basket got the same suit as us. So, yeah. So this week we had some pretty interesting games. There was a lot of games that weren't recorded, so we're gonna go over those first to get those out of the way, and then we can talk more in depth about the other ones. So with our first game here, we go into the Beezles versus the Tyrannotars, and we see that the Beezles are 3-1 going into this game, and the Tyrannotars are 1-3, sorry. And the Tyrannotars are 3-1. 25 kills despite being 1-3. 26 kills on Tyrannotars. Kingdra being that most brought Pokemon. The only win coming when they didn't bring the Kingdra. And we got Asmar on this 40% game win to 75 as we take a look at the team sheets. We do see the return of that rain set there. Swift Swim, but we see Yawn. I didn't even know Kingdra got Yawn. We see the Fungus, Incineroar, Raichu, Delmise coming in. I think Delmise is a good pick here. Then we see Noivern, Rillaboom, Aegislash, Asmodee, Volcarona, and the Toxtricity. Once again, not really sure what happened in this game, but the Tyrannotars do end up taking it 2-1, so the Beezles were able to take at least one game off from them there. And going into our first award, because every time we go through one of these, we're going to do one of the awards here. Our first award of the night. Let me get it open because I messed up here and now it's messed up. Okay. Our first award is the most improved player. This goes to the player who has improved from their previous seasons, whether it was season 1 or season 2, they have improved. And the nominees for this are the Flint Flareons, who have started I think they're 3-1 right now before we go over their game later. Then we got the Springfield Spoinks, who started off pretty shaky last season and have started off really well this season. We got the Kinglers, who they bounce back and forth, but they're so far having a pretty good season. And the Success Sableyes, who have had a pretty decent season the last 3 seasons, but this season they seem to have improved. I mean, also they picked their team and it wasn't random this time, so that was good too. And the winner is the Flint Flareons. Congratulations. Clap sounds, clap noises. Congratulations, improving from season 1, where they only had 3 wins total, with getting 3 wins in their first few in season 5. So congratulations to them there. All right, and going into our second game, we have the Smokers versus the Berserkers. Smokers a surprising 3-1 versus 1-3 versus a 1-3 Berserkers. 27 kills, 20 kills. Nidoking, Raichu, 36 to 30 game win percentage. And we have Raichu, Arcanine, Rapidash, Mantine, Vanilluxe, and Lapras. Pretty much a mishmash of the Pokemon that have a lot of kills on other people's teams, like the Vanilluxe and the Mantine that are no longer on those teams. Against Corviknight, Nidoking, Primarina, Sock, Sableye, and Bouffalance. I do like the Bouffalance. Choice Band Bouffalance, pretty interesting. And we do see this one go down to the 2-0, going to the Berserkers, so taking that one. Maybe using that Vanilluxe to get some kills there. So Now going to our second award is going to be our Rookie of the Half Year. So this is going to go to a rookie player who's new to the league, who has had a fantastic start to the season. So the nominees are Rebellion, the Bolton Bashers, the Trixie Tricos, and the Twin Leaf Town Tyrannotars. And the winner is... of course, the Trixie Tricos. I mean, they started out undefeated. They have the highest win percentage in the league. Yeah, they're doing fantastic. So, do you agree with that one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it was close. I mean, I had no thoughts or choice in who won, but yeah, fair.
These were all voted on by me, and literally nobody else except one of them. And that was it. Yeah, the Rebellion were a close second, at also being undefeated and having the second best win percentage in the league. So that's just how it be. So congratulations to the Tricos. They're doing amazing. Our next game, we have the Flareons versus Delmise. We get the 3-1 Flareons, like we said, versus the 0-4 Delmise. 26 kills to only 14, the lowest in the league. Dracovish Marowak, 67% game win percentage, and 11, which is tied for lowest. Actually, lowest kills is 13 by the kids. This is the second lowest here. And then we have Vaporeon. The Flareons love the Vaporeon. Rotom, Scrafty, that they picked up a few weeks ago. Whimsicott, Dracovish, and Rhydon. I do love the Rhydon. That is Eviolite Rhydon. Love to see it. Tangela, Talonflame, Benergent, the Hydreigon again that we keep criticizing every week. The Kingler and the Delibird. I do like the Delibird. With Memento, so he can't give up any more kills, which seems to be Delmise's kind of MO at the moment, is killing their own Pokemon. But in this one, the Delmise actually win 2-0, so congratulations to Delmise getting their first win of the season, getting themselves off of that, I guess, on winning board. I don't know what else you would call it, so...
The loser board.
The loser board. I mean, it's a little loser board's a little harsh, but
no.
Since you're on there, I guess you can call it whatever you want.
Not no more.
Right, we didn't get to that game yet. So, our third award of the night is going to go to the award of that did how much damage, which is an award for a surprising amount of damage done by a single Pokemon that usually does not do damage. And our nice pop. And our nominees are Munchlax Week 4 Ice Punch versus Dragapults. Beezles versus Dragons. Then we got Archeops Meteor Beam versus Incineroar. Week 2 Bashers versus Steel types. And we have Week 3 Sableye Knockoff versus Mr. Rhyme. Smokers versus Flareons. And the winner is...
Drum roll.
The Sableye Knockoff versus Mr. Rhyme.
Ta-da.
That thing did about 90% damage. It was kind of insane. So, I don't know. The Munchlax was pretty good too, but Sableye, bro. Sableye, man. He's not supposed to do no damage.
He has base like 900 attack.
I mean, he has base like, I think it's like 50. Alright, and going into our fourth matchup is the Steel types versus the Minchinos. 2-2 versus 2-2. 19 kills with the Steel types coming back the last 2 weeks after only having, I think it was 3 kills the first 2 weeks. And 26 kills for the Minchinos. Haxosaurus, Swampert, 44-50. As we go look at the team sheets here, we're going to see the Frostmoth come again. Wonder if that got any more kills. Incineroar, Jellicent, Haxosaurus, Copperaja, Munchlax versus Ninetales, Metagross, Swampert, Centiscourge, Crobat, and Grimmsnarl. So, yeah, pretty interesting team lineups. I think the Minchinos look very scary here, but that didn't matter because the Steel types take this one 2-0. Rhett did send us a breakdown. I did not get a chance to fully go through the breakdown, so unfortunately I cannot get the full breakdown. I'm sorry, Rhett. I hope you have the video next time, because I didn't realize that Leaf already had sent me the thing until it was kind of too late. All right. So our number 4 award is going to be the Let Me Battle Please award, and this goes to the Pokemon that has been brought the most. And the nominees are Indeedee Female, Sableye, Dragonite, the Rebellions, Excadrill, the Gardner Guzzlords, Primarina, the Kinglers, and the winner is Dragonite, who's been brought way too many times. He's been brought 12 times. Seeming this is the Rebellion's favorite Pokemon, so can't really complain. It's putting up results, right?
Second favorite Pokemon.
Second favorite.
Man, this suit's uncomfortable, bro. I want to talk to my tailor.
Listen, you shouldn't have bought the same suit as me with the same lengths, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit taller, so it's not going to fit you right. So we're going to talk about the first game that we did end up watching, and that is going to be the Binnacles versus the Dragons. We got 2-2 versus 1-3, 29 kills to 13, tied for lowest in the league. Pelipper, Dragapult, 50% to 25% as we look at the team sheets. We see Armaldo, Lucario, Marowak, Pelipper, Persian, and Rapidash putting out that swift swim pressure versus Dracozolt, Sharpedo, Hippowdon, Dragapult, Hitmontop, and Pernerchant. And yeah, these were some pretty good games. We see the Armaldo Persian playing a big part in this game, coming in against the Hitmontop and Sharpedo, so looking pretty good for the Dragons, though they do make a mistake and actually end up going with Sharpedo and using close combat rather than liquidation while the rain was up. And it does end up going down pretty early to the Pelipper that did switch in to set up that rain for the Armaldo, leaving Persian and Pelipper out there. And then we swiftly see the Persian go down to the Hitmontop, going for close combat. And then the Pelipper picks up Hitmontop, Marowak comes in, picks up Dragapult. We see Hippowdon actually take a kill on Armaldo before that, and then the Pelipper actually kills Hippowdon at the end, with Pelipper and Marowak standing strong for the Binnacles, taking a 2-0 in Game 1. Did you enjoy this Game 1?
I think, yeah, I do. I mean, there's some things I'd like to see different, but I'm not going to rash on them. I'll DM them later.
Yeah, like I said, going for the close combat with the Sharpedo, when rain is up, liquidation's always just going to do more damage. So that was a little bit unfortunate to see.
I also would have just liked to see a little more weather switching. I think that would have been a benefit too.
Yeah, it seemed like the Dragons in Game 1 left out their Hippowdon when they had a chance to switch it and take the weather control, but sometimes that hindsight is strong. So in Game 2, we see Persian Pelipper, so going right out with the Pelipper versus Hippowdon and Dragapult, getting the advantage to the Dragons, getting that weather up. But we see the Pelipper instantly kill the Hitmontop. Didn't really stand a chance, but we see the Hippowdon come back, killing the Persian via sand, killing the Armaldo, and then after a death to the Sharpedo, which Sharpedo didn't really do anything in this game at all, Hippowdon also killed the Pelipper, leaving just Marowak, and the Marowak is actually able to take out both the Hippowdon and the Dragapult by itself. Very unfortunate to see that. I think Dragons put himself in a good place at a certain point, but kind of lost that advantage. But just it happens like that sometimes, you know. But Hippowdon getting 3 kills in this one was pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, I agree. You don't really see that too often. I mean, you kind of just let them take hits.
Yeah. So we see the 2-0 going to the Binnacles, and the MVP being Pelipper, who did get 5 kills, and only died once. That's pretty good for the Pelipper there, who doesn't really see that much action.
Good job, Pelipper.
Yeah, good job. See you next week, I'm sure.
And for the award of the it's Pelipper.
Yeah. To tie it all together. This is the Why You Let Me Die award. This goes to the Pokemon that has died more times than any others. And the nominees are Excadrill, Guzzlords, Dracovish, Kids, Kingdra, Weasels, and Dracozolt, Weezings. And the winner is...
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
It's a tie! It's Excadrill and Kingdra from the Guzzlords and Weasels with 10. Dracovish is almost there, he's at 9.
Damn, better luck next time, Draco.
Worst try next time. you not dying enough. All right, our next game here is we're gonna have the Drapions versus the Sableyes. We got the 1-3 versus 3-1, 23 kills to 29. Dragapult versus Indeedee, a classic matchup. 30% game win percentage versus the 67. And we see here, we see the Nidoqueen, Togekiss, Obstagoon, Dragapult, Mr. Mime, and Rotom. Rotom was substitute, by the way. Pretty interesting set there.
I didn't know Rotom got substitute until this week.
Yeah, I think almost every Pokemon gets substitute.
I forgot.
Then we got Slowking and Indeedee, so confirming that Trick Room is a possibility. Slurpuff, Armaldo, Mandibuzz, and Mawile. Very, very slow team from the Sableyes. But game 1 was kind of a blowout. We see Mr. Mime Nidoqueen versus Indeedee Slowking, and pretty early on, this Mr. Mime's able to take up a kill on the Indeedee, with Nidoqueen sitting there just picking off every other Pokemon that comes out, leaving nobody left behind, and Nidoqueen actually picking up 3 kills in a 4-0 sweep from the Drapions over the Sableyes. Just dominating, honestly, this first game here. Going into game 2, we see Obstagoon Togekiss switching up the lead completely. I don't know how I felt about that. Versus Indeedee and Armaldo. So we do see the Indeedee coming up first. Pretty early on, the Mr. Mime switches in and actually dies to the Armaldo, going down. And that seemed to be the turning point of the game altogether, as Mandibuzz was able to come in and just be a nuisance and just not want to die, and picks up 3 kills. Mandibuzz picking up 3 kills in this one.
Mandibuzz is kind of insane this season.
It's kind of good. I was surprised to see Mandibuzz didn't want to Toxic the Obstagoon. It seemed like that might have been a play to make. I get why he didn't because of Guts, but my feeling was it wasn't Guts, and if we look at the team sheet here again, it was actually Reckless. So it was 100% safe to Toxic that Obstagoon. I think that would have been the ultimate play, because if Mandibuzz did go down, I think the Obstagoon just kind of wins, because it's just Slowking after that, and it's just Slowking. What is it going to do against Obstagoon, you know? So I
said it's best.
Yeah. So the Sableyes actually win this one 2-0. Game 3, we see Obstagoon and Rotom as the leads for the Drapions versus Indeedee and Slowking. So even switching it up there, but the Trick Room does come down. But Nidoqueen takes out the Indeedee and then takes out the Slowking, leaving Mawile and Armaldo. But this Armaldo's able to get a double kill onto this Nidoqueen and the Togekiss, setting up for an endgame of just Rotom, pretty much. And the Obstagoon, who does end up going down to the Mawile, and Rotom is unable to really do too much against this Rotom. And I mean, the Rotom's not really able to do much against the Mawile, and the Mawile's able to pick up the kill on it and actually give a 1-0 victory to the Sableyes, giving him a 2-1 overall victory. Yeah, it was like blowout, even game, and then very even game. It was a very interesting set to watch. I gave the MVP. What's that?
I said it ended up being a pretty close one. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, I ended up giving the MVP to the losing team, which was Nidoqueen, because I felt like Nidoqueen was just more of a asset to the team than any of Sableye, where they used more of a majority of Pokemon to get the victory. So this is the first time that the losing team actually got the MVP in this one. All right. Next award is the most surprising performance. This goes to the Pokemon that you're like, it did what? What do you mean? And our nominees are Week 4 Munchlax getting 6 kills, Beezles versus Dragons. Starmie Meowstic combo, Week 1 Tricos versus Smokers. Toxtricity, Week 2 7 kills, Tyrannitars versus Kinglers. And the winner is... Week 4 Munchlax getting 6 kills versus the Dragons. I mean, it was just... Nobody was expecting 6 kills by a Munchlax. Let's be honest. Though I did really like Toxtricity getting 7 kills, but that's more believable than if somebody was like, yeah, I 2-0'd a guy with pretty much just Munchlax. You'd be like, bruh, stop. So that's why that one got it. Okay, and our next game here is going to be the Greninjas versus the Kinglers. We got 2-2 versus 3-1, 29 kills to 27. Primarina versus Togekiss, 50% game win percentage versus the 67. And we see the Togekiss, Indeedee, Slurpuff, Heatmore. He actually brought the Heatmore, Starmie, and Flygon versus the Primarina, Rotom, Scizor, Throw, Garchomp, and Frostlass. And before this thing even starts, I just want to talk about this team sheet right here. And I'm going to talk right to the Kinglers here. Bro, you can't, bro. Listen. You can't bring Technician if you don't have any moves that get boosted by Technician. Bro, you gotta bring Swarm, bro. You can't bring it. You cannot bring it. You gotta bring Bullet Punch every week. It's just better than Iron Head.
Like, Technician good, but not when you don't have moves that will get affected by it.
Yeah. You have just... The Bullet Punch is just pretty much always better. I get why you didn't bring it because Indeedee, but man, it's just such a versatile move, and if you can just stall out the Indeedee, it's just so much better than the Iron Head. That's not even funny. It does less damage, obviously, but the Scizor is just so slow that it just can't take advantage of that Iron Head, especially late game. And this is what happened with the Scizor. He was late game Pokemon in both of the games, and if he did have that Bullet Punch, it could have been a completely different game. Because we do see the Indeedee and Slurpuff lead. Once again, Slurpuff weak against the Scizor versus Throw and Rotom. And we see the Indeedee actually get a double kill on Throw and Rotom a couple of turns in, as we do see Togekiss actually come in and die to Primarina pretty early on. Primarina also picking up the Indeedee a little bit after that, but dying to Starmie, who actually came in and killed the Scizor as well because it couldn't do anything against it. Not that Bullet Punch would have helped against it, but it definitely didn't hurt. I mean, a crit could have did something, but the Starmie was able to pick up both of those Pokemon in a single hit there with the Expanding Force. Of course, yeah, he couldn't have hit it because of the Expanding Force, but that's because the game went so fast. So he wasn't able to actually stall out. But Togekiss just dies to the Bullet Punch, but he didn't have it. So the Greninjas win that one 2-0. And then we see Indeedee Slurpuff as the lead again in the second game versus Throw and Scizor. So leading with that Scizor. And we will see the Scizor actually pick up a kill on this one, but not before Throw switches out into Rotom, who gets killed by the Togekiss. And then Throw comes back in and gets killed by the Togekiss as well. Primarina comes in, kills Indeedee, and gets killed by the Togekiss. And then all that is remaining is that Scizor... Oh, actually, the Scizor and the Primarina died at the same time. That's right, to the Dazzling Gleam of that Togekiss, who got 4 kills in this one. Just saying. Bullet Punch could have stopped 4 kills.
Togekiss is a bad Pokemon though, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's bad. That's right. That's true. I didn't think about that.
It's real bad.
So 2-0 victory to the Greninjas in this one. 2-0 overall, with the MVP being Togekiss, as it did pick up that 4 kill. Togekiss is just kind of stupid. It's a stupid Pokemon. All right, our next award here goes to. Yeah, I'm already giving it away. Here you go, take it. Our next award is the Tactical Nuke. And this goes to the Pokemon that has the highest KD with 9 kills or more. I limited it to 9 kills or more. There are Pokemon that have less than that haven't died yet, but 9 kills or more. And the nominees are Nidoking from the Arcanines, Nidoqueen from the Spoinks, Togekiss from the Greninjas, and Melodic from the Weezings. And the winner is Melodic with a 4 KD. He's 12-3, doing insane. I think the Weezings, who aren't doing the best, need to start utilizing Melodic a little bit more. So, yeah, Melodic doing fantastic. Can't really complain at that. Speaking of the Weezings, they are our next one. We got the Weezings versus the Tricos. 2-2 versus 4-0. 28 kills to 33. Melodic, Garchomp, 50% to 89% win percentage for the Tricos going into this one here. And to bring up the team sheets, we see Dracozolt, Gigalith, so already pressuring with that Sand Rush. We got the Melodic, Tangrowth, Fletch Cinder, and Gardevoir. We saw what the Fletch Cinder could do last week. We see Starmie, Meowstic, so going with that again. Garchomp, Wigglytuff, Trevenant, and Vikavolt. Very interesting team compositions on both of these here. And we do see the Weezings go out with Gardevoir, Fletch Cinder, as the Tricos go out with Garchomp and Vikavolt. Pretty early on, we see Fletch Cinder go down to the Vikavolt, going for that Discharge. So the Garchomp plus the Vikavolt Discharge strat is really good in this one. As Gardevoir continues to try to kill this Garchomp, but it actually misses the Garchomp because that Garchomp was running that Bright Powder. And it was kind of a shock to the Weezings. They were not ready for that.
I watched it live, and the level of cuss words that came out as soon as he missed was almost a takedown.
if you're gonna watch that video, make sure no kids are around. And then we see the Dracozolt come in. Dracozolt actually also goes down to this Vikavolt, doing absolute work, this thing. Then we see the Wigglytuff switch in, who actually dies to the Tangrowth. Tangrowth getting a couple of kills because it also takes out the Vikavolt as well. A Solvest making it super bulky, but we see Trevenant come in and is able to clean up both Gardevoir and Tangrowth, taking the victory 2-0 to the Tricos in Game 1. Game 2, we see the Gardevoir plus the Fletch Cinder again, so going for that same lead, versus Meowstic, Garchomp. And this one played out a little bit different, as Meowstic started to set up some stuff, but the Gardevoir quickly took it out before taking out the Garchomp soon after. We see a Dracozolt switch in, and the Dracozolt's actually able to take out the Vikavolt, but not before Vikavolt actually kills the Gardevoir. And then Trevenant is taken out soon after by this Dracozolt as well, giving a 3-0 to the Weezings. So a complete turn, a nice little like change of pace by the Weezings to be able to adjust to that Game 1 was really nice by them. In Game 3, we see the Gardevoir, Fletch Cinder, so kind of staying on that same path that they went through, versus the Garchomp and Vikavolt again, going with that from Game 1, since it worked out so well. But we do see the Wigglytuff actually switch into the Garchomp and just get... This Wigglytuff could not catch a break in this set, because every time it switched in, it would just take an attack and just almost kill it. And this was the same thing. It came in and it went down to like 20% before getting killed by the Gardevoir on that next turn. A few turns later, we see the Fletch Cinder die to the Vikavolt, and then we see a Dracozolt die to itself with Life Orb, leaving just Melodic and Gardevoir up against both of the other two Pokemon, which is Trevenant and Garchomp. And it seemed like it was pretty even, but this Trevenant was just too much. Being able to take out both that Gardevoir and then outstall the Melodic to take the victory for the Tricos. 1-0, going 2-1 to the Tricos. And listen, it's no small feat to take a game off the Tricos. I mean, 89% game win percentage. I mean, the Weezings played very well. It's just it's a hard one. The Tricos are very good. So
literally came down to one turn.
Yeah. So yeah, credit to the Weezings for this one. I mean, it was not a bad performance at all. If they can carry that into the next game, I think the next game they would get a win if they did the same thing. So, all right, the next award is probably my favorite one of the night, and that is the Hidden Gem Award. This goes to the statistical best Tier 5 Pokemon. And there was a lot of good choices on this, but the nominees are Stonejourner, the Arcanines and Smokers, Grookey, the Smokers, Rhydon, Flareons and Tyrannotars, and Munchlax, Steel types and Weasels. And the winner is Munchlax, taking another award here, man. He has 10 kills overall, and I think he has like 5 deaths or something like that. Munchlax! Who would have known? Stonejourner was a close second. Rhydon was a close third, but Munchlax is just doing absolute work in the league this season. Can't discount what he's brought, you know. All right, our next one. This one hits close to home with you. That's the wrong one. We have Latchkey Kids versus the Gardner Guzzlords, the both on winning teams. 13 kills to 27. The Guzzlords are 0-4 with 27 kills. That's one of the highest totals in the league.
Literally double mine +1.
Yeah, and we have Dracovish and Excadrill, 11% game win percentage, which is tied for lowest, and 27 on the other side as we do bring up the team sheet here. And we see the Brion, which does not have Perish Song, the Phalanx, Dracovish, Gothitelle, the Klefki, and Palisand right there. Just tell it. Go, what's that smell? What's that? That's Perish Song, bro. But it wasn't. And then on the other side, we see Galissapod, Gigalith, Excadrill, Mr. Rhyme, Sneasel, and Maractus, kind of bringing the same thing that they usually do. But I want to make one comment. Sneasel has Quick Claw on it. I don't understand this. I don't understand this play of the Quick Claw. If
Bubble, comment.
Yeah,
Tell us what the Quick Claw was for, please.
Yeah, if Bubble can comment if he wants to. If he wants to comment on it. Seeing as how it has 2 priority moves, well, 3 priority moves and Throat Chop, I don't get the point of the Quick Claw, but hey, maybe there's something I'm not thinking over here. So game 1, we're going to see Gothitelle and Phalanx come out versus the Sneasel and Mr. Rhyme. And quite early, we see this Phalanx go for the Rock Slide, predicting to bring the Sneasel down to its Focus Sash, but since it did have that Quick Claw, just straight up takes out the Sneasel. And turn 2, we see Mr. Rhyme kill the Phalanx, which allowed the kids to get in Dracovish, which killed the Mr. Rhyme in turn. And Maractus goes down to Gothitelle a couple of turns later. Then it's Palisand sitting in front of a Gigalith, and you never want to be in that position if you're the Gigalith player. And it showed in this one as the kids do take this one 3-0, thanks to that Palisand being able to sit there and do some work. And in game 2, we see Phalanx, Dracovish, versus Mr. Rhyme and Sneasel. We do see the Dracovish go for the direct kill on the Sneasel, as Sneasel did fake out the Phalanx, and we see the Mr. Rhyme kill the Phalanx. As we know from the first game, it just one-shots it anyways. So he goes down. Then we see the Dracovish kill the Mr. Rhyme, just taking out everybody until we see Golisopod come in a little bit after. Palossand comes in and takes out the Excadrill. Gothitelle had no chance against this Golisopod, as this thing is bulky as heck. And Golisopod is left to sit there with Palossand, who has Shore Up and reliable recovery. And the Sucker Punch is going to miss, leaving him vulnerable. And Palossand is going to take out this Golisopod, getting 3 kills in this one. Going 1-0 victory to the kids in a 2-0 set. So good job getting off of the, what you called it, the loser board.
Loser board!
The loser board. Now one less person on the loser board. You love to see it. Alright. So our next award is a true Tier 1, which goes to award for the best performing Tier 1 Pokemon. And the nominees are Primarina, Kinglers and Smokers, Dracovish, Kids and Flareons, Togekiss, the Greninjas and Drapions, Indeedee Female, Arcanines and Sableye. And the winner is Primarina. 19 kills, 12 deaths. That's combined, by the way. Those are combined stats. It is doing fantastic, and it is by far the best performing Tier 1. Dracovish would be considered second. So, yeah, this thing has done amazing.
I'm bringing him down.
Dracovish, well, both of you guys have about similar stats on him, so I wouldn't say you're bringing him down. But, yeah, this Primarina has surprised me. I called it out early on. I said this Pokemon's not very good. I don't like it, but hey, it's been performing. I still think it's a little weak, but hey, if it's winning games, it's winning games, and
that's why I'm losing. I don't have him for the first season like ever. I've drafted him in every season. Every season. First season I don't have him, I'm losing. Coincidence? Nope. Nope.
Not coincidence. Is exactly what should be happening because you didn't pick him. That's your own fault. Just kidding. I'm only kidding.
No, it's
all
my
right.
fault.
Next, our next game here is we have the Bashers versus the Grimmsnarls. We have the 3-1 versus 2-2. 29 kills, 28 kills. Rillaboom, Asmoril. So that's a bad matchup for the Grimmsnarls right there. 78% to 56. It's only a few weeks ago that we see the Grimmsnarls had only 3 dead Pokemon, and now they're sitting at 2-2. As we do bring up the team sheets, we're going to see Comfy bringing a completely different set than it has the last couple of weeks. Clawitzer again, Magnezone, Rillaboom, Pangoro, and Slowking, my personal favorite Pokemon probably in this whole thing. Asmoril, because nobody picked up Shuckle, which you guys all are going to regret if anybody does pick him up. Asmoril, Cinderace, the Double, Hitmonchan, Drapion, and Noivern. So, 2 pretty scary teams, honestly. And this one was a very, very interesting match. As the first game, we see Rillaboom, Magnezone versus Hitmonchan and Cinderace. Clutch is going to switch in pretty early here and take a kill on the Cinderace before it could really even do anything. But this Hitmonchan was bulky as heck. Was taking hits, and it was close combating and still taking hits. I don't know what this thing was on. It was kind of crazy. But Comfy does end up getting a kill on it. Of course, that Draining Kiss is going to be priority and just be faster than everything in the whole entire world. The Magnezone is going to pick up a double later on after Clawitzer picks up the Drapion, or the Drampa, sorry. Or dies to the Drampa. Comfy picks up the Drampa. Then Magnezone picks up the double because the double went for the Cotton Guard, increasing its defense. So the best way to kill it, special attacks, you know. And this was a Magnezone that was doing the same thing that this double was, which is boosting your defense and going for body press. But he did have the tech of the Thunderbolt on there rather than like something like Substitution that you would normally see. So that was a good call. Or else this Comfy would have been doing all the work by itself, which would have been a little rough and very slow. So the Bashers picked this one up 3-0 in the first game. Game 2, we see Slowking, Clawitzer, so completely switching it up against Asmoril and Hitmonchan. And this Hitmonchan started going crazy. It killed the Clawitzer, it killed the Slowking. Then it died to the switching of the Magnezone after those two died. And then we see the Pangoro die to the Cinderace pretty easily because, you know, Pangoro's pretty frail. And then the Cinderace actually kills itself with Life Orb. And we see the Magnezone go down to Drampa, who did have a fire attack. So Azumarill and Drampa standing tall at the end of this one. 2-0 victory to the Grimmsnarls. I like Drampa. Drampa good.
I agree, I like Drampa.
Yeah. Alright, game 3. We see Rillaboom Comfy, so switching it up completely. Versus Hitmonchan Cinderace. So this didn't work in game 1 for the Grimmsnarls, but they're going to try it again. And we see the death of the Cinderace to this Rillaboom, who survived the Flare Blitz and ended up getting hit by a high horsepower and just annihilating it. But then the Hitmonchan kills back, leaving now Comfy sitting out there pretty comfy, if I gotta make that pun. We see the Slowking switch in, and the Slowking Sludge Bombs the Azumarill a couple of times to make sure that it is defeated. And Comfy is able to just Training Kiss away both Hitmonchan and Drampa, picking up the clean 3-0 victory for the Bashers. So congratulations to the Bashers winning this one 2-1, MVP being Comfy, who did not die and just killed things. So decent.
Prepare, just killing. Like, boom.
Just did. Okay. The next award is the "How You Gonna Drop Me, Boss?" Which goes to the Pokemon that was dropped, that maybe shouldn't have been dropped. And the nominees are Tyranitar, the Kids, Hitmonchan, the Guzzlords, Mantine, the Guzzlords, and Mandibuzz, the Spoinks. And the winner is Mantine for Braviary from the Guzzlords. I mean, 2 weeks in a row they dropped their highest kill total Pokemon. They dropped the Mantine and then the Hitmonchan, so I mean, seems bad. So there you go. So congratulations to the Guzzlords for dropping Mantine.
Congrats.
And four kills. Alright, our next matchup is Arcanines versus the Spoinks. 2 3-1 teams, 27 kills to 31. Liepard versus Gyarados, 64% win versus 60. And we have Nidoking, Marowak, Crobat, Stonejourner, Indeedee, and Liepard versus Ninetales, Mandibuzz, Arctozolt, Solrock, Nidoqueen, and Gallade. And this one was a pretty interesting matchup. We, of course, have both Nidos up against each other, so that's always going to be interesting to see which one comes out on top. We see Arcanines go out with Crobat, Liepard, very strong lead, versus Nidoqueen and Ninetales, a very counter lead to that lead, so very good play right out the get-go. We do see the Nidoqueen go down early to the Nidoking that switches in Tailwind, which is really good. And then we see the Ninetales actually kill the Liepard a little bit after that, and then killing the Nidoking a few turns later after the Arctozolt comes in and actually kills the Marowak, and Arctozolt then kills the Crobat to clean up a pretty easy 3-0 for the Spoinks in Game 1. They played incredibly well, being able to get their sun out. I mean, not their sun out, the sun off the board, because Crobat actually has Sunny Day in this one and goes for it on the first turn. But great adjustment by the Spoinks to be able to switch out and set that back up and take advantage of the weather like that. Next, we see the Arcanines come out with the Liepard and Crobat once again versus Nidoqueen and Ninetales. So neither willing to switch up their leads, feeling that their leads are very good, and they were pretty good, as we see Nidoqueen actually kill this Liepard pretty early on, and then be able to pick up the, what was the next one? To pick up the Crobat, but not before Marowak comes in and actually kills the Ninetales. This Marowak was doing damage. This thing did so much damage. But we see that go down a couple of turns later after it kills Arctivish to that Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen at 3 kills right now with Stonejurter coming in, killing the Mandibuzz, then killing the Nidoqueen. Stonejurter being the last monolith standing. 1-0 victory to the Arcanines. And in game 3, we see Liepard Indeedee, so switching it up. Ninetales Mandibuzz, so trying to get both teams trying to adjust to this one. And we see Indeedee die to the Arctozolt. Like, I think it was the first or second turn. Oh, second turn, because he switches in for the Ninetales. And we see the Liepard killed back with the foul play, did a lot of damage. And the Nidoking comes in and kills the Nidoqueen, and then later on kills the Mandibuzz. Marowak comes in, kills the Ninetales again. Ninetales kills Liepard via the Hail, but it was too much as the Nidoking and the Marowak are left standing against the other team, and the Arcanines take it 2-0. And I'm giving this MVP to Liepard. We got called out in the video for Liepard, but I was already going to pick Liepard, just so you know, Dan. So, he said we better pick Liepard as the MVP in this one. And I was like, well, I was going to pick him anyways, so there you go.
Liepard's pretty good.
Yeah, Liepard has been very good. Speaking of Liepard, it is a nomination for our next award, which is You Need My Support, which goes to the best support Pokemon. And the nominees are, as you know, Liepard, Arcanines, Mr. Rhyme, Guzzlords, Indeedee Female, Sableye, Whimsicott, Rebellion. And the winner is,
I hope it's Rebellion.
Liepard for the Arcanines. It's his most brought Pokemon, and it's been doing absolute work, so I mean, you can't really complain with the results, you know what I mean? Whereas Whimsicott,
you're not really on the Rebellion train.
I can't. Listen, these are unbiased selections, okay? My arm is coming up from the bottom here. Don't look too hard. And these are unbiased, okay? And every single one of these has, or you know, the Rebellion would have won all of them. I'm just saying. But speaking of Rebellion, our next game and our final game here are the Rebellion versus the Stunfisks. 4-0.
I love this game.
I was very excited for this game. If I was to pick a game I was looking forward to this week, it would have been this one. We have the Rebellion and Stunfisks 4-0 versus 2-2. The league leader in kills with 35 to 28 kills. 2-2 with 28 kills is insane as well. Dragonite, Minshao, 73% to 55% as we look at the team sheet here. There's another award I want to give, and that is to the worst graphical team sheet in the league. And this one, listen, I might be biased, but this one goes to the Rebellion for constantly having the worst resolution on their team sheets. So congratulations to the Rebellion for winning that one. Good job. So we see Minshao, Jellicent, Amoonguss, Luxray, Golduck, and Talonflame. We see Choice Scarf, Golduck there, and Choice Specs Jellicent. Arcanine, Dragonite, I think that's a Blastoise, Skuntank, Whimsicott, and Togepi. Can't read.
I don't know how you think that's Togepi.
Listen, I only know because I watched the match.
Which one's Togepi? Is it the Eviolite or is it the Togepi?
Yeah, exactly. And so this was a pretty good game as well. We saw game 1. The Stunfisks go with Minshao, Talonflame versus Skuntank and Blastoise. We do see the Skuntank pretty early, which I was pretty excited for. We do see the Arcanine quickly get dispatched by this Minshao. It did so much damage. It was kind of insane.
Yeah, it was negative. No, it was -1 too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It was kind of crazy how much it did. But we see Dragonite come in and it kills the Minshao. And then it kills the Talonflame and Luxray before it is dispatched by the Jellicent. So it goes down to that. But Skuntank is able to come in. Blastoise goes down to Luxray pretty early on as well. But Skuntank comes in and is able to kill the Jellicent, giving a 1-0 victory straight to the Rebellion. It was a really good game. This game one, very good. Probably the best game, like single game of the whole week. I really enjoyed this.
I thought Curry had a game one. And then
I did
was
too.
like, oh.
But when he killed the Arcanine turn 1, I was like, this is gonna be a tough comeback for the Rebellion here. But that Dragonite, man, that Dragonite.
Choo choo, choo choo.
Just saying. All right, game 2 didn't go the same at all. We see Jellicent Golduck versus Blastoise Dragonite, and then all of Rebellion's team died to Jellicent's Water Spout.
That is a thing that happened.
Jellicent went 4-0, and this was 4-0 for Skuntanks. Stunfisk, sorry, not Skuntanks. The Stunfisks. So
Water Spout do a little bit of damage.
Yeah. It specs Water Spout. It's okay.
Just a little bit.
It's okay. It killed Blastoise, bro. It killed Blastoise. And game 3, we see Minshao Talonflame versus Skuntank and Blastoise, and then it just seemed like this game the Stunfisks couldn't get anything going, as the Rebellion were just able to kind of just set up their Pokemon in a nice position and kind of win the game. I mean, Golduck killed Talonflame with a Surf, which was very unfortunate. I don't know if it was intended. It kind of seemed like it was intended, but at the same time not intended, so I'm not really sure what happened there. But Minshao goes down to Dragonite. Talonflame, of course, goes down to Golduck. That was the first kill of the game. Golduck goes down to Skuntank as the second one there. And Blastoise kills the Jellicent before dying to Minshao, and Arcanine cleans up the Golduck at the end. And I didn't write that the Dragonite killed the Minshao, but that happened too, so... there we go. And yeah, the Rebellion take this one 2-0, but this was a very, very good game. I would say this was the game of the week for sure. I really enjoyed watching this one. It was back and forth, that first game, and then it was just kind of I guess game 3 wasn't really a steamroll, but I just feel like the Stunfisk didn't stick to their game plan that really worked for them game 2. So I think they could have pulled it off again.
I think games 1 and 2 were really tight. Like there wasn't a lot of room for error, and it was fun.
Well, game 2 was a 4-0 sweep.
Oh, sorry, 1 and
3.
3. I'm tired.
It's all right. You're good. All right, our next award is the most versatile. So this goes to the Pokemon that has kills. It's been a support Pokemon. It's just done a lot of things for everybody. And Dracovish has not been a support Pokemon. I can confirm. And the nominees are Togekiss, the Greninjas, Noivern, the Tyrannotars, Jellicent, the Stunfisks, and Comfy, the Bashers. And the award goes to... Comfy from the Bashers. The thing hasn't died yet. It hasn't died. It's 7-0.
That's fair. That's a fair one.
It's been a support Pokemon. It healed last week. This week it did a bunch of things. Next week it's gonna be like a Specs set with Draining Kiss. I'm already giving his set away. I'm telling you right now. So whoever's facing him next week, be prepared.
Bro, just bring in Pollen Puff alone is versatile, bro. You could heal or you could kill.
Exactly. Thing is nasty. So yeah. That's the most versatile Pokemon, in my opinion, of the half. Of course, these are half season. Things could change by the final awards show.
Dracovish will win Best Support Mon by the end of the season.
Yo, if you bring nothing but support Dracovish for the rest of the season, I'll give it to him. I don't even care. I don't care. Even if he never does anything to help at all, he sets up a light screen. I don't even know if he gets light screen. He sets up one light screen. He's the support Pokemon of the year. All right. So let's go look at the kill leaders. So this is through week 5, of course. I forgot to erase text 3 and text 4 because I did this super early in the morning. The Kinglers, Primarina, 14 kills. Rebellion, Dragonite, 12 kills. Wheezing Melodic, 12 kills. We got Arcanine's Nidoking and the Spoink's Nidoqueen. Those two matched up against each other this week, and they both have 11. Greninja's Togekiss with 11. Minchino's Swampert doing work quietly in the background, getting 10 kills. Toxtricity still sitting up there off of that 1 week he got 7. He's still up to the top, and the Weezings rounding it out with their second Pokemon, and Gardevoir, the only one who is up here twice, is the Weezings. So you think, you know, they might have a better record, but I think they just need to pick it up. I think they're playing well. I think they're just not stringing games together. I think that's the problem. And I think they could fix that. But now we got one of the awards y'all looking for. This isn't the MVP quite yet. We're gonna do the MVP after the top 5 spiciest plays, but we got Leaf's spiciest play of the half season. I'm gonna let him take this one over.
Spiciest play of the half season. This is not to be confused with spiciest play of the week. Just gotta wait for that. We have a few different nominations. We got Iron Ball, Talonflame, Stunfisk versus the Arcanines. We got Munchlax getting 6 kills, Weasels versus the Dragons. And we got Arcanines reading the Protect from Togetic. I believe that was against the Guzzlords. Yeah. So let that drum roll.
And the winner is
Iron Ball, Talonflame getting it. It was just too good. It was just too good. Half season MVP for Spice of the Week.
There it is. There it is. Speaking of Spice of the Week, we are going to take you guys to the Spice of the Week now. So the top 5 plays, and when we get back, the half season MVP. So get your votes down in the comments who you think that's going to be. Don't sneak ahead and then put it down and act like you know what you're talking about. I see you.
You can if you want.
No, don't do that. Listen, he's a cheater, just like my monster in Monster Rancher today. Don't be that guy.
As soon as we upload the video, I'm doing it.
He's just gonna spoil it. Don't read the comments. All right. So yeah, this is gonna be top 5 spiciest plays of the week, brought to you by Pikachu in a basket.
No, Pikachu in a tux.
Oh yeah, he's in a tux today. He's not even in the basket today. And he's out there in the wild. All right, Pikachu in a tux.
Welcome back to your weekly segment of Top 5 Spice of the Week. We're going to kick it off right away with our number 5 spot, which is from the Latchkey Kids versus the Gardener Guzzlords. This was a nomination from a couple people, as this was a neck-and-neck battle for the first win of the season for both of these players. Here we see Latchkey Kids trying to go into Glycopod with a Shadow Ball, but Glycopod hits it with a Sucker Punch first, and Leaf here doesn't remember the speed tiers. He's a little worried, he's a little nervous, doesn't want to go on to a game 3, just kind of wants to take the KO. So right here he has to make a call. Does he go for Shadow Ball or does he go for Shore Up? So what he does is he makes the read to go for Shore Up, hoping that Bubble goes for a Sucker Punch. We see here that Sucker Punch fails, which means it was the right play for Leaf to get the Shore Up. What this does is it keeps the Palossand out of Sucker Punch range for the next turn. And what it does is it makes it so that we can get a free Shadow Ball in without the risk of dying, which in turn solidifies game 2 of Latchkey Kids versus the Gardener Guzzlords. And for our 4th slot, we are looking at Otto versus Rolo. This isn't a specific play in general, but we are showcasing for our number 4 slot the Trevenant here. Just constantly clicking Poltergeist. Because this thing did not miss a single Poltergeist, and it's just insane. Rolo, if he clicked Poltergeist, would have definitely missed at least 4 of them. But Otto definitely had the RNG in his favor. And necessarily, was it spicy? No, but was it cool to see? Sure, because you do see Poltergeists miss quite a bit, and he hasn't missed a single one this entire game. And for our next slot, we are actually showcasing another Pokemon coached by Curry versus Rebellion, coached by Lucian. And yeah, this isn't necessarily a play per se as the last spot. However, this Jellicent, it does quite a bit of damage. And it is the sole reason why Curry landslided this game too. We see a Skuntank go into a Rage Powder taunt Amoonguss here, which is fine because Jellicent's just going to Water Spout and get a double KO. Yeah, Jellicent's kind of cracked, especially with a Choice Specs item on it. So yeah, that was kind of spicy. And for our second spot, we are going to be looking at Sasori versus the Kinglers. We're actually going to be looking at the Kingler side for this one. Krabby had a pretty spicy play. Sasori has Indeedee and Slurpuff on this field and is going for the Expanding Force play, as we've seen a lot this league. So we actually see Curry come out with a read, and it's a pretty good read. First we see Helping Hand from Slurpuff, but then we're going to see a wide guard come in from Throw, which is actually going to completely nullify that Expanding Force. I think Sasori mentioned he didn't know that Throw got wide guard, and this is going to let Rotom get a free light screen up, which means those future Expanding Forces aren't going to be doing as much. So it does put Sasori in quite the predicament. And for our last and final number 1 spice of the week, we are looking at Goomer versus Wakeman VGC. We have Rillaboom versus Cinderace here. Basically, we see Hitmonchan come out and do some pre-damage on the Rillaboom, also flinching it. And we see a Cinderace try to Flare Blitz and kill a Rillaboom here. Which even with the berry, we all expected this Rillaboom to go down, especially since it was already pre-damaged, but it actually lives with 18 HP. Now, Comfy is going to get the Trick Room up. And then from here, we are going to see Comfy use Floor Healing on the Rillaboom, bringing it back to a pretty decent chunk of health. We're going to see Hitmonchan close combat into the Comfy, not even doing nearly half, which is, to be expected. It's not very effective into the Comfy. But then all that damage we saw go into the Rillaboom, he's going to do it right back into the Cinderace. And we're going to see Rillaboom do the second thing that you don't see too often in VGC, and that's getting a kill on a Cinderace.
And that was the top 5 spiciest plays of the week, brought to you by Pikachu in a Suit.
You agree or do you disagree? Do you think that was spicy or not?
I mean, I'll have to find out by reading the comments.
Let us know.
But yeah, and now is the moment y'all have been waiting for. Who is the half-season MVP? What Pokemon has shown above all other Pokemon in this league?
I think it's Dracovish.
Think it's Dracovish?
No, it's Klefki. It's Klefki confirmed.
Is it just all your Pokemon?
Bro, it's just me.
It's
bro.
Palisand?
It's just me. Also, we didn't even say what my MVP was, so you can tell me later.
Your MVP what?
Of my match.
I said it was Palisand. I said it was Palisand, bro. You gotta go back on the video, you'll see. Alright. The half-season MVP.
Who is it?
And the nominations. The nominees, even.
Who is it?
Are Nidoqueen, the Spoinks and Drapion, Starmie, the Greninja and Tricos, Primarina, the Smokers and Kinglers, or Indeedee Female, the Arcanines and Sableyes. And the winner of the half-season MVP is Starmie.
Damn.
Yo,
I really thought I had it.
Starmie with the 14 kills, 7 deaths, 2 KD, has a 77% win percentage this season. Has led 2 very good teams to very good records, including the Tricos, who have the best winning record in the league. And it's a tier 3 Pokemon, and it's outperforming all the others. It has been impressive and exciting to see this Pokemon do what it's been doing on both teams. It's not like it's only been good on one person's team. It's been good on both teams. It's been a support Pokemon, good switch in, a Pokemon that can just sit there, heal up, it just done everything this season, and it's been fun to watch Starmie for sure. So,
yeah. I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked, bro. I thought Starmie was good. I thought Starmie was going places, but I didn't think it was going to the half-season MVP, bro.
Listen, that's what we do around here. We bring shockers. You know what I mean? Who knows? If Dracovish puts up one light screen, he might be up here at the end of the season.
Bro, after we record this, I'm looking up what support move he gets. Like, so Rebellion.
Listen, you got 5 people left to face, right? So one of them you're gonna have to use the support against. You're confirming it right here. So you guys all have to prepare. If you're the last person and he hasn't used it yet, it's obviously used. So just be ready.
Bro, does Nicholas get Parasol?
I don't think so. I don't think he gets Arena Trap either. So I think he
He
kind
doesn't
of
get
stuck.
anything, bro. He gets nothing.
He gets Ice
He might
Fang.
get he might get Growl.
He could get Growl. There you go. Growl's not bad. It lowers both opponents. So, yeah. So that was our award show. I hope you guys enjoyed. We dressed up for this. I'm bringing it to you guys from the LA Chinese Theater. Of course, famous. It's in Hollywood or whatever. And I'm here. I was flown out by Theo himself. He flew me out here for this.
Why'd Theo fly you out?
I don't know. He said, "Hey, you want to do this from the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood?" And I said, "Sure." And they flew me out.
I thought Pikachu was a sponsor. You trading sponsors now?
No, Pikachu sponsors it, but we're not the owners, right? You know, Rhett and Theo, they're the main guys. You know what? The money goes through them. I don't see any of the money. Wait, have you been seeing money? You been seeing the money, my dude? Hold up. Okay.
Pikachu help.
Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed all of those. Congratulations to all the winners. You can pick up your trophies here in Hollywood. If you cannot make it, they will be melted down and never seen again. But
also, it's COVID, so you're not allowed in the building. So
yeah, you can't go in the building either. As long as one person's in the building, you can't go in the building, and somebody has to be here to open the door. So just don't work like that, you know.
no award. Sorry, guys.
But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.